Owens been out of the game, replaced by Demetrius Underwood right here. And Spellman, I think, was how they got their run defense back on track last week.
Garcia to Owens, touchdown. Owens again heading for midfield. There he goes.
There's going to be a penalty on George Teague because he's going to clock him. Now Teague's going to be kicked out of the game. You know, I got to tell you, I don't blame Teague for doing that. I really don't. You know, Owens started that back early in the game when he scored his first touchdown. He went.
Hello guys, good night, friends of Queens of Honor. You know I'm Laura Sandoval. Welcome to this Wednesday of January 20. And well, and today we will have a very special moment with an extraordinary guest, and I will to present our translator who helped us with this simultaneous talk, Arturo Sanchez. Thanks again for staying with us this night.
Hi, Lau, ¿cómo estás? Hi, everybody. Here we are. Let's do it.
Okay, we have a little bit problems with the audio, so.
Tecnología, hay que pasar.
Okay, so thanks Arthur again for this very excited moment that we will have, because our guest is a legend of football, selected as the 29th overall pick by the Green Bay Packers in 1993 in the NFL draft.
Seleccionado, nuestro invitado de hoy fue seleccionado por los Green Bay Packers en el 93, una ronda ahí selectiva en un draft que fue histórico, una posición que es muy necesaria normalmente en los drafts.
Signed with the Dallas Cowboys in 1996, notable remember for the 2000 incident during the game versus with the San Francisco 49ers on September 24, and currently is now the head coach and athletic director at John Paul II High School in Plano, Texas. So welcome to our show, the great George Teague. Really thanks for staying with us this night.
Y bueno, seleccionado con los Cowboys en el 96, recordado por una polémica jugada contra los Niners de San Francisco, aquella celebración de Terrell Owens, y actualmente es coach y director atlético en una preparatoria. Vamos a tener aquí con nosotros al gran George Teague. Bienvenido, George. How are you doing?
I am doing great. It is very good to be here. I love the comment that you guys already got there saying Teague for president. I think but I am very excited for the opportunity, and I want to thank you guys for at least having me to come on and speak a little bit of football and build some friendships.
Bien, pues está muy agradecido, agradece que hay un comentario por ahí de Teague para presidente y se siente muy contento de estar con nosotros esta noche.
Well, George, I will introduce to you the other queens. Cristina Rodriguez, welcome to the show.
Hello, good night. George, welcome. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Andrea Alvarez.
Hi, George. Good night. Welcome. I am happy, very happy. Thank you. Buenas noches a todos.
I love you, George.
Laura Olivia Núñez.
Estás en silencio, Lau.
Sorry. Good night, panel, audience, and George Teague.
Yes, thank you.
Please. I'm dreaming. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here. It's very nice.
And Mónica Rodríguez.
Y tu micro está.
Hola, George. Yo no hablo inglés, pero te doy la bienvenida. Ojalá y pases un buen momento con este grupo de chicas que te admiramos y queremos conocer más de ti. Gracias.
Hi, George. I didn't speak English, but I hope you have a great time with these girls, and we hope you enjoy the show.
It's going to be great. Let's get into it, man. I'm glad to be here. So it's thank you guys. It's really nice to meet the queens of honor. Yes.
And also thanks for all the audience present this night. You know, you can leave your questions and comments, and in the road we will comment it. So George, this is very amazing moment, because maybe one of these good things happen from the pandemic is to get more closer to our idols, not like you, because we never thought we can have this chance to talk like persons like you, no? So this is magic. And well, what you will be a player, and now you are a head coach, no? What do you think about this season? Was a disaster, a very big disaster with our team, because we really love the Cowboys. So what do you think about all of the situation about this season?
Does Arturo have to go first, or can I just answer?
You guys, George. Bien, audiencia, bueno, lo que pregunta Lau es la opinión de George. No sé si antes queramos presentar una queen más. Tenemos una queen por ahí que nos faltó, Lau. Si la queremos presentar, George, we're missing one queen. Forgive us. We're missing one queen. We're going to introduce her, and then we go on.
Okay.
Sin, no sé si vamos a presentar Sin.
Sin Rodriguez. It's true. Sin Rodriguez. Welcome.
George. Good night, Teague. Good night, fans. A pleasure to have you here in Queen's of Honor. Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Girls are so excited, George. They forgot about one queen. Imagine that. Audiencia, pues, Lau tiene a bien preguntar qué es su opinión como jugador, ahora como coach, sobre la temporada. ¿Quién cree que fue un desastre? ¿O qué opina sobre esta reciente temporada que ya terminó incluso también para mí? Go ahead, George.
Okay. So the pandemic brought a lot of different changes for football, the way that you had to prepare. There are good things like this, that you're able to meet new people and build new friends that are, in other countries and things of that nature. But that didn't help the Cowboys any in the way that they played. Although it maybe have hindered some coaching or having good practices preseason that you didn't really have a chance to get. I think that played a little bit in it, but I don't allow it to be the reason, because everybody had to go through the same thing. I just think that our defense didn't play very well at all. It wasn't good. And then, having a staff that didn't really, they wanted to change things too much too fast. So hopefully we'll be better next year.
Bien, pues nos comenta que la situación de la pandemia pues ha traído modificaciones al fútbol en general en el mundo. Sin embargo, también trajo unas cosas y agradece el chance que está teniendo en este momento de conocer amigos en otro país. Sin embargo, comenta que no así fue para los Cowboys, ¿ok? Quiere poner como una razón el hecho de la pandemia afectó a los Cowboys, porque todos los equipos tuvieron que pasar por la misma acción. La defensa no jugó absolutamente bien como se debía, y el staff de coacheo quiso cambiar cosas muy grandes, muy rápido. Entonces espero que para la siguiente temporada esto tenga un poquito más de control, y los entrenamientos y la pretemporada no fue la misma por la situación de la pandemia. Entonces, que esas son las situaciones que él opina sobre esta temporada.
Right. So now, with your vision about the team, what we really need to next season? Maybe now we have a very big expectation about the draft, but I don't know. You have your many favorites for have this chance to choose who can be selected for the boys.
Con tu visión y con tu experiencia, con vista del siguiente draft, ¿qué opinas que podría ser una muy buena selección para nuestros Cowboys?
I think, although I think we have the 10th pick of the draft, and I'm hoping that Jerry Jones will really focus on defensive players. I think that Dak Prescott will get signed. That will be helpful, and if we keep Zeke and the wide receivers, Amari Cooper and others, we should be fine there. So I'm hoping that we find a 3 technique, a defensive lineman up front early, or perhaps a linebacker, because Van Der Esch stays hurt, and Sean Lee probably is going to retire or be close to it. Jalen didn't play very well, so we need to work on the front of our defense.
Bien, pues espera que con esta situación que se presenta, cree que tenemos la selección número 10 del draft, y por esta situación él cree que Jerry Jones debería enfocarse bastante en jugadores defensivos, encontrar jugadores defensivos. La situación con Van Der Esch va a estar lesionado, la situación con Sean Lee, que bueno, va a seguir jugando, pero no es lo mismo, ya no es el mismo nivel, etcétera. Cree que debería enfocarse en conseguir jugadores tal vez de perímetro de preferencia, o que enfrenten la primera línea. En dado caso de que no sea así, por lo menos fortalecer la línea de los backers.
Okay. Now in social media, they start to talk about the free agents. And of course, these players are free and whatever can take them. So one of the most important names in this list is Dak Prescott. What do you think about him? He's the future of the franchise, or the Cowboys really need to hurry up to sign him fastly, or what do you think about Dak?
¿Crees que la situación que vive con la agencia libre, que puede ser una locura y tiene nombres importantes en ella, concretamente Dak Prescott, qué debería hacer Vaqueros? ¿Firmarlo rápidamente? ¿O qué opinas sobre él? ¿Es el jugador franquicia? Let's go, George.
Okay. I think Dak Prescott has to be a focus for what we do. He's a great man. He will be the face of the team. It's going to require a lot of money to sign him, but they don't have to rush to do that just because of the way the rules are. He can't go anywhere with the franchise tag that he has on. So I expect him to be above the $40 million mark. You know, it is a must that we sign him for the success. We saw that Andy Dalton's not the answer. The other guys are not the answer. We need Dak Prescott first in this offseason. Jerry Jones has to do that for us to have success.
Definitivamente cree que es la cara, es la imagen de este equipo de los Cowboys. La situación que él tiene del tag como jugador de franquicia, pues va a ser muy complicado, vaya a otro lado, y por eso cree que no deberían apresurar en firmarlo. Ya nos dimos cuenta que Dalton y cualquier otro jugador no son la solución, así es que firmemente que Dak va a estar en la organización sin ningún problema.
Okay. So Arthur, you can help us with the comments of the people for George, because there be a lot of fans now.
Sí, ya vi que son demasiados. Vamos a ver el primero que tengo por acá. ¿Qué será?
I want to say hello to Ricardo. He's getting a lot of good stuff in there, Ricardo. I don't know how to say it.
You said okay. You said great. Excellent. Do you want an answer for that one? What do you think about receiver and Elliott? Ricardo Cuevas.
What is it? Who?
Ricardo Cuevas. Yeah, what do you think about receivers and Elliott?
Oh, yeah. Our receivers are are solid. 88. I'm drawing a blank on his name real fast. But the wide receiver crew is good. We just got to get someone to get the ball to them consistently, right? Zeke, I was upset with him this year. I still think he has to be a staple with the team, but what he can't do, what he has to change is he was fumbling the football too much, and he never, ever does that. So I don't know if you blame that on COVID or what, but he was dropping the ball too much. So we can't do that. So I think if Zeke gets in shape, we get Dak done, we're going to have a high flying. We'll score 40 points a game, 35 points a game, just as long as we get Dak in. And the offseason, we have to work on, or the draft, we need to work on more defensive players.
Bien, Ricardo, concretamente, pues nos comenta que el equipo que se tiene de receptores es bastante bueno. No puedo recordar ahorita el nombre de sus 88 muchachas, si lo quieren decir. Y comenta que el tema no es tanto los receptores, sino quién les haga llegar bola consistentemente a ellos. El tema con Zeke, pues comenta que le molestó bastante ver que estuvo fumbleando demasiado el balón, una cosa que no había hecho antes. Espera que no haya sido un tema ahí que tuviera que ver con COVID, pero definitivamente mientras Zeke esté en forma, que esté lanzándole al cuerpo de receptores que tiene, pueden promediar de 34 puntos hacia adelante por partido sin ningún problema. Y reitera que el enfoque principal debe ser, por ejemplo, en el draft, jugadores defensivos.
Perfect. Another comments you found there, Arthur? Or many questions?
Que guste. ¿Quieres que leamos ya de una vez? Está por aquí. Creo que la gente quiere verla. Hablar sobre la jugada en la que defendió la estrella solitaria, ¿no? Veo varios con ese, no sé si quieran hablar de ello. ¿Qué sintió cuando llegó los Owens a los Cowboys? Esta es buena, contarle qué sintió cuando Owens llegó a los Cowboys. Another one, Josh, from Francisco. What do you feel when Terrell Owens arrived to Cowboys?
When Terrell Owens came to the Cowboys?
Yeah.
I wasn't very happy about that, honestly. With the way guys have been doing things on the logo, Juju dancing on the logos and things of that nature, that's not cool. I know T.O. started that, hence me and him out in the middle of the field. But when Jerry signed him, I really didn't know what to take with that because it was personal to me, and I didn't like that. Although he was a great talent, I just think there's things you have to do to represent your team. So when he came, I was very upset, but I understand what kind of guy Jerry is, and if he can make that money, he's going to sign the guys and try to keep them.
Pues sí, comenta que honestamente le molestó demasiado porque está de acuerdo con esta situación de jugadores bailando sobre el logo. Recientemente Juju Smith lo ha hecho y otros cuantos, ¿no? Y entiende que fue Terrell quien inició con esta tendencia. Comenta que pues, definitivamente no puedes traer jugadores, aunque tengan ese talento, que hagan este tipo de faltas de respeto, además de que era una cuestión muy personal con él. Entonces, entendió, estaba molesto y sin embargo, pues, bueno, en cuestión de negocios sabemos que Terry, mientras va a estar generando dinero, va a tener que traer a quien sea necesario, y en aquel momento fue así con el Owens. Contestado ahí para Francisco Javier, ese fue Francisco Javier.
Okay. There be another question from Rodolfo. He asked, what did you prefer, Green Bay or Dallas Cowboys?
Okay. Well, I am
Wants to say Dallas.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboy player. I consider myself Dallas Cowboy alumni. So I'm all the way Dallas Cowboys, okay? Yes, I did have a great career up with the Green Bay. I'm very thankful that they allowed me to come and play up there and get my career started. But my best playing days were with the Cowboys. That's why I still live here in Dallas, as a matter of fact. So after I retired here, I'm still in Dallas and don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon.
Pues sí,
Okay.
definitivamente prefiere a los Vaqueros, está súper agradecido con los Vaqueros, es fan de los Vaqueros, ex jugador de los Vaqueros, vive en Dallas, así es que está definitivamente con los Vaqueros. Estoy agradecido con Green Bay por haber iniciado su carrera, pero sus mejores años definitivamente fueron con los Cowboys.
Excellent answer. Excellent.
That
So
means I get
we
to
can
come back?
continue with the interview
Yeah.
because if not, I don't know what happened. Okay, that's good. So we continue with the interview. Girls, what are your questions now? So Chris, you have your question.
George, a tu punto de vista profesional, ¿qué le hace falta a los Dallas Cowboys para volver a ser ese equipo que ganó 5 Super Bowls?
George, what do you think is needed for these Cowboys to be that team that won 5 Super Bowls?
We need some tough dudes. Our dudes are too soft right now. That's real talk, I think. I think we have talent and we have guys that maybe want to play for themselves and they're not laying their bodies and their minds on the line. Football is a very physical sport. And if you're not willing to go out there and hit people or run people over, you lose. No matter what you have. And so I think we need tougher football players on the team. We got guys that are fast, they can catch, but if you're not ready for the physical contact, you're going to lose the Ravens and the Washington football team because they have dudes that are trying to hurt you.
Definitivamente cree que se necesitan tipos de jugadores más duros de fútbol americano. El fútbol americano es un deporte de contacto que requiere estar preparado y que requiere que tu cuerpo esté consciente de que vas a salir y vas a ser golpeado y vas a golpear. Necesitan gente que se atreva a ir a golpear, a estar teniendo contacto físico, pasar por encima del adversario. Él cree que actualmente hay jugadores que o juegan nada más para su beneficio o para su destacar, que son muy suaves. Entonces considera que se requieren tipos más duros en los Cowboys. Si no, los Ravens, jugadores como Washington te van a estar pasando encima porque ellos van a salir a golpear.
Okay.
Thank
The
you.
people scream again, Teague for president, Teague for president. So it's nice. The audience says, Teague for president. Okay, maybe. So now, Andrea, tell us your question.
Sí, gracias. ¿Qué opinas, George, de la nueva contratación del nuevo coordinador defensivo de los Cowboys?
What do you think about this new ad on the defensive coordinator?
Dan Quinn coming in as the secondary or as a defensive coordinator. Honestly, I'm still a little worried or concerned about that. I think that we can maybe in a little bit better position because I think the move Jerry made was to try to get someone who was really wanting to buy into the 4-3 defense instead of the 3-4 defense. So that'll be a plus, but his history still hasn't been that great. That the Atlanta defense wasn't very good underneath him, in my opinion. So if his position coaches aren't better, then it could be bad for us again.
Bien, pues comenta que está honestamente un poco preocupado, ya que la temporada que tuvo con los Falcons no fue exactamente la mejor. Los Falcons tampoco tienen una buena defensa, entonces espera que los coaches posicionales particularmente tengan un buen trabajo. De lo contrario, va a ser nuevamente una situación complicada las cuestiones defensivas para los Cowboys, ya que todavía no cuenta él con ese historial tan importante como para hacerse cargo de la defensa.
Thank you, George.
Yes.
Okay, so what, George?
I said Turo is amazing. I don't know how he can remember all this stuff and put it back off the top of his head like that.
I'm used to it. It's part of my job. So I enjoy it.
Well, good.
That's nice. Okay, now Cynthia, tell us your question. We can hear you.
Mi pregunta es sobre la inclusión del árbitro para el Super Bowl. ¿Cuál es su opinión, estimado George?
What do you think about this new girl ref on the Super Bowl?
It's about time. What are we waiting on? I think we could have had, women in higher places and doing things that are, amazing. You had another athlete, kicking field goals in college. And you got a ref that's going to be in the Super Bowl. And we got a vice president who was a female here in America as well. So I think changes are happening for us in a good way. And we need to continue that. And one thing, that's why I love this and why it was special to me from the invite that I got from Laura. Thank you for reaching out to me about being on your show, because there's not a lot of shows that are all females that ask to talk about football and the Dallas Cowboys. So hats off to you guys, to the power, the women with power. I love it very much.
Yeah.
And in other country, in Mexico.
Pues sí, efectivamente, comenta y comienza diciendo, era cuestión de tiempo, y es cuestión de tiempo. Hay muchas mujeres ya tomando cargos diferentes, y no nada más en el deporte. Hay una chica en el colegial que está pateando ya field goals en el cole como tal, y bueno, él ve que ya una vicepresidenta en los Estados Unidos, etcétera, que es cuestión de tiempo, las mujeres puedan seguir teniendo cargos en este tipo de situaciones. Y está muy contento, y por ejemplo, pues bueno, recibir una llamada, en este caso de Tao, para participar en un show de puras mujeres hablan de fútbol, pues a él le encanta la situación. Entonces, ese es un gran ejemplo para él, y es algo que él adora.
And you have a girl, not George. It's so talent have to. It's amazing you can work with your daughter too.
Yes, I'm very fortunate that my daughter Jada is making her fame in the world of sports as well, and for her to be able to work with the Houston Texans, the Washington football team, and now the Texas Longhorns. It is amazing to be at 21 that she's, talking more football now than she probably talked 20 years.
Sí, efectivamente él tiene la oportunidad de haber trabajado con su hija ya trabaja en fútbol, está haciendo su propio camino, a su corta edad pues ya trabajó con el Washington Football Team, ya trabajó con los Tejanos, y ahora con los Largos de Texas igualmente. Entonces comenta que se sigue hablando de fútbol en casa.
That's good, that's very, very good. Okay, now Oli Lau. So George, I want to tell you something. Oli Lau is the wife of Sean Lee. Anybody knows that? Yes, she's the wife. So I will present you. She's the wife, George Teague. So you can tell him maybe in a conversation more secret. He has a Mexican wife. So.
All right, that's good.
Oh, George, te calificaría como un hombre de una ética y un cariño especiales. Cuéntanos qué sentimiento experimentaste al portar la bandera de tu país en el partido del 23 de septiembre de 2001, después de los ataques a las Torres Gemelas.
George, I do believe you are a man who loves his organization and who has ethic. What do you felt that time you carry your flag, your national flag, in that game based after the Twin Towers incident?
That was a very, very special day for me in a lot of ways. I've grew up as a military son. My dad served in the Air Force for over 20 years, and my brother was in the Army for over 20 years. And so I have a sense of pride like all of us do with our countries. And when we were attacked the way that we were, and we started to get unified the way we were, I wanted to be the guy that could, stand up and say, man, this is important to us and it should be important to us. So when I had the opportunity to take the flag from a guy, one of our flag runners, I did steal it from him. And I just went on and went out and wanted to say, man, this is who we are. We're America. We can stand together. We don't have to have all this other stuff going on. We're better than that. So that is a very special moment. Oh, you can't see it, but there's a picture of it right back here. Maybe I'll get it here in a minute.
Wow. Pues bueno, cuenta que fue un momento súper especial para él, siendo hijo de militar por más de 20 años. Su padre fue militar en las Fuerzas Aéreas, su hermano estuvo también en la milicia por más de 20 años. Pues bueno, él tiene un orgullo nacional bastante marcado. Nos va a mostrar su foto de esta ocasión. Quieren sorprenderse más, chicas. Comenta que en el momento en el que está en el pasillo, él le quitó la bandera a los chicos abaterados para ese momento y decidió él ser portador de este momento y mostrar que es un momento que importaba. Era un momento de unificación y por la forma en la que fueron atacados, pues para él era esencial mostrar que esa unión y ese tipo de situaciones son importantes, ¿no? Como país, Estados Unidos. Entonces fue un momento súper especial para él.
Thank you, George.
Yes. I'll be sure to tell Sean Lee that his wife said hello as well.
You can also say wife and kid because she's my mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All the family is here.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's good. So, Monica, tell us your question.
George, yo sé que ya te hicieron una pregunta similar, pero yo quisiera saber qué sentiste al defender nuestra estrella central cuando Owen quiso celebrar el touch que había realizado. Sé que los dos fueron expulsados, pero creo que fue algo que tenías que hacer por el amor al equipo.
What was that feeling when you hit Yo on that midfield time? She believes that was a matter of love for the team. What was that?
What was the feeling when I hit him and the love for the team? I'll have to admit, the actual play, I was very upset and angry. He talks a lot of trash. He's a very good football player, but he talks a lot, and sometimes you can only take so much of that, right? As a man, I guess. And when I hit him, it was, I was just angry. I was very angry because he was disrespecting us. They were winning the football games, and there are ways that you can win the game. And when you go out to the middle of the field, you don't need to do that. You spike the ball, you dance in the end zone, you do all the other stuff, you shake the popcorn in your face, whatever. You can do all of that. That's fair. But to run 50 yards twice, that's a no-no. We don't do that. We don't go into your house. We don't put your feet up on the coffee table. You don't do certain things, right? And that's what he was doing, and that needed to stop because he probably would have did it again if he would have scored again. So as you can see, I'm getting riled up. I'm getting angry now just thinking about it because it's not cool. I hate when guys do that. Go dance on the sideline, cheer with your fans, go into the TV, whatever. Just stay off the logo, man. It shouldn't be that hard. Just stay off the logos.
Pues bueno, de entrada él estaba molesto por la jugada misma. ¿Por qué? Porque Terrell Owens es un trash talker. Es alguien que siempre está provocándote con lo que está diciendo jugada tras jugada. De entrada la jugada ya la habían prestado. Y el hecho de que un jugador corra 50 yardas por segunda ocasión a festejar tu logo, pues para él era una falta de respeto. El momento en el que lo golpea, él pudo sacar tantito de ese logo que él traía para ese momento del partido, que además estaban ganando los Niners. Entonces no había necesidad de hacer eso. Puedes bailar en la zona de natación, botar el balón en el campo, celebrar con tus fans, echar las palomitas incluso encima. ver a la cámara y grabar para televisión, pero no vas a casa de alguien y te subes en su mesa del comedor, no vas y faltas al respeto de esa manera, ¿no? Es algo que a él le molesta mucho y como pueden ver, incluso ahorita le sigue molestando, ¿no? Entonces, fue un momento de mucho enojo para él y golpearlo fue una forma de sacar tantito de su vida.
Bien, George. Gracias.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay. We can read more comments for the people. I don't know, we can say many heroes for their...
Ricardo Cuevas. Ricardo está muy activo el día de hoy, perfecto. George Staubach is my favorite player. What do you think about him?
I think Roger Staubach is one of the greatest quarterbacks that has ever come through the Dallas Cowboy organization. And if you were here in Dallas, you'd see that he's very well respected, and he's actually making a whole lot of money outside of football as well. He owns a really big construction company here where they, build things and do things, and he is very, very well liked around here. And it's just it's amazing. I think Ricardo, for that to be one of your favorite players or your favorite player, I think that's awesome. But you need to make George Teague your favorite player after this show.
Ok, Ricardo, y bueno, para todos, pues sí, él comenta que Roger fue definitivamente uno de los mejores jugadores que ha habido en los Cowboys y concretamente en la posición de quarterback. Es un jugador muy querido. Si nosotros estuviéramos ahí en Dallas, nos daríamos cuenta que la ciudad lo respeta demasiado. Él es dueño de una compañía constructora, entonces en Dallas él tiene todavía una manera de seguir haciendo muchísimo dinero, pues construye varias cosas y es un personaje totalmente de Dallas. Ricardo, le agrada que sea tu jugador favorito, pero quiere que después de este show George Teague sea tu jugador favorito.
After this interview, sure, of course. That will be happening, of course. Yeah. Another question maybe for
La de Rodolfo.
One, yeah, the best cornerback in the history of NFL is Deion Sanders. That's my answer.
Of course. Yeah. Prime time. Rodolfo, Deion Sanders. Escuchaste y sabes quién es Deion. Y bueno, los demás. Que el mejor quarterback es Deion, definitivamente. I agree.
George, you can tell to Deion Sanders maybe one day can be with the Queens of Honor. I don't know. Maybe if you talk with Sean Lee, maybe with Deion Sanders too. I don't know. You can help us with that.
He may. You never know. I do get a chance to talk to Deion every now and again. I've actually coached against him, and he's at Jackson State University now. Okay. So he will recruit some of my kids as well. And I just talked to him probably 3 days ago or so. But, he does a lot with Barstools or whatever the name of the company is. So it's hard to get him, but he's a really cool dude.
Okay.
Audiencia, Lau se fue por grande, ¿no? Ya le está pidiendo el favor de que le comente a Deion Sanders esté aquí de invitado. Comenta que sí, puede hablar con él y enterarle la situación. Comenta que es un chico ahí, no está nada de chico, por cierto. Comenta que es un tipo bastante agradable y que le va a comentar a ver qué ocurre. Hay una muy buena por acá que gustó de Manuel Alex. Se la voy a traducir, que sintió cuando hizo la intercepción. From Emmanuel. What do you felt when you did that INT on the Sugar Bowl of '93?
I heard Sugar Bowl, but I didn't hear the rest. What'd you say?
When you did your interception on that game?
My high step. So I had two big plays in the national championship. One was the interception for a touchdown. That is an all-time favorite for me. As a defensive player, when you can score a touchdown, that is just very memorable because it doesn't happen that often. And when you can do it, when 1 million fans are watching you and only you, that makes it even better. And there are photos and there's all kind of stuff you can find on that. But the second one in that game was when I stripped the ball from Lamar Thomas, when I chased the guy down for about 70 yards, literally, took the ball away from him and start running the other way. That one is still being talked about, for I guess it's been 30 years almost now. So that's a really big play in my career as well.
Bien, cuenta que pues definitivamente hacer una intercepción por un jugador defensivo y llevarlo a la zona de anotación en frente de millones de fans porque estás en el campeonato nacional pues es sumamente importante, ¿no? Y para un jugador defensivo pues más. Sin embargo, esa es una de sus favoritas. La otra es cuando después de haber perseguido a un jugador 70 yardas literalmente, arrancarle la bola y poder también iniciar una carrera hacia el otro lado del campo es definitivamente su favorita de todos los tipos. Pueden encontrar fotos y videos al respecto de ella.
Right.
¿Quieres que leamos un shout? Tú dime.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
Tú dime cuál, o la escojo yo igual.
Okay. I found
No,
one.
not Larry Brown. No, not Larry Brown.
I'm picking a question. If you want to pick one, George, just go ahead.
No, but I do have a question I want to ask just because I'm curious.
Él quiere hacer preguntas, chicas.
Okay.
It is for Laura, just because I looked at her Instagram mainly. But what's up with the Wonder Woman stuff? Are you what is it? I need to know.
So I'm a cosplayer too. And I don't know if you know what this cosplay is the activity in the Comic-Cons when there be people to get the costume about whatever character in the movies or series or whatever like that. And my costume, my favorite character is Wonder Woman. So for me, I really love it. So I'm a very, very big fan about Wonder Woman. So that's the answer for why I have a costume and I make a lot of things about it. It's something that I really love. I don't know what I love more, the Cowboys or Wonder Woman. So let's make a Wonder Woman cowboy. So something like that. Maybe.
Le pregunta a George que es esta situación que tiene al lado con la Mujer Maravilla, la pudo establecer un poquito en sus redes sociales, concretamente en Instagram, y se dio cuenta de la situación. Entonces le pregunta qué ocurre, y Laura contesta que es simplemente un gran amor que ella tiene por la Mujer Maravilla, por disfrazarse. Ella es cosplayer, entonces le encanta disfrazarse ella, y llega a tener la duda si es una más grande por la Mujer Maravilla o los Cowboys, entonces es una mujer Cowboy Maravilla.
Yes. Really? Okay, so continue. Now we are trying to make you more, George. I don't know, a more intimate. Yes. Interview. So. Okay. So, Chris, you can help us with your question.
Yes. George, el deseo de todo jugador de fútbol americano es llegar a la NFL. Tú llegaste en el draft de 1993 con Green Bay. ¿Querías llegar con algún equipo en específico o no importaba cuál te seleccionara?
George, every player just dreamed to get to the NFL and made it on the draft and stuff. You were picked by Green Bay. On that time, you have a team that you wanted to be at, or it doesn't matter, you just want to be in the league?
Something funny about that my answer before the draft was I wanted to get picked by anybody except for the Green Bay Packers because it's cold up there. I'm a brother. We don't do well in the snow at all. So I didn't want to be up there at all. And lo and behold, the way it worked out was Green Bay is the one who called me and asked me would I come to Green Bay to play for them. And I said, absolutely, I will come and play for you. And the coldest game that I played in was 26 below. And it was very, very hard to do. So 3 years was enough for me in Green Bay.
Una respuesta bastante graciosa al respecto. En aquel momento él decía que cualquier equipo que me seleccione está bien, excepto Green Bay. y lo selecciona Green Bay. ¿Por qué no quería? Porque es una de las ciudades más frías que existe, entonces él no quería vivir ese frío, él no le gusta esa parte del frío, y comenta que uno de sus partidos fue a menos 26 grados, fue el partido más frío en el que él pudo estar. Entonces, una vez lo llamaron, este pensamiento cambió por completo, porque quería jugar evidentemente, pero no quería Green Bay.
Ok. Andrea.
Sí, George, de todos los equipos que jugaste profesionalmente, ¿cuál de todos ellos te dejó la mayor enseñanza? ¿Y cuál sería?
George, every team you played at, which one led you the biggest lesson, and which is that one?
Okay, so I can give you a learning lesson and then maybe something else. So I played in Miami for 1 year, and what I learned there was it's not always going to be easy. I had a coach that was, making it hard for me, that it was very tough, and there was a lot of adversity that I had to deal with. And as humans, we do face things all the time that are tough. And this is a reminder for me as a grown-up that I still have to face adversity even in this game of football. And that really pulled me back into playing football for what I wanted to be and not necessarily for what someone else wanted to be. So that was a learning lesson for me. And then when I came to the Cowboys, it helped me learn that there are different coaches who can really teach you and help you be a better football player and a better man. And that's why I ended up staying here and really wanting to retire as a Dallas Cowboy, because of what the coaches taught me while I was here with the Cowboys.
Bien, nos comenta que puede contestar de dos maneras. Una, ¿cuál fue una de las enseñanzas que tuvo como tal? Y otra, ¿qué fue lo que más aprendió por sí mismo? ¿Sabe? El año que estuvo en Miami, pues comenta que entendió que no siempre todo va a ser sencillo, ¿no? Entonces pensamos que como jugadores de fútbol, pues ya están ahí, solo es entrenar y jugar, pero no. El coach con el que estaba le hacía pasar momentos de adversidad bastante fuertes y que no fue tan sencillo. Entonces, la lección que aprendió de estar ese año ahí fue que la adversidad siempre va a estar presente incluso en la vida, y siempre debe de estar uno enfrentándola y dándole la cara. Por parte de los Cowboys, comenta que el staff coacheo siempre fue muy, muy bueno con él. No nada más le enseñaron a seguir siendo un buen profesional, sino a ser un buen hombre. Entonces, es por eso que él buscó también la manera de retirarse ahí, porque le encantó esta parte de los coaches. Además de fútbol, les enseñaban a ser buenas personas, buenos hombres.
Thank you, George.
Hey, look, I want y'all to see someone. Another.
That's right.
Jada, yeah, so she's saying hello. She can't hear you guys because I got the headphones on.
Hello.
There.
What do you mean? Okay.
Hi, guys. In a future, hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Doing okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
I'm Jada.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Tienes un gran papá.
You have a great father. You have a great father.
He's all right.
he's a champion.
Thanks.
Nice.
George, she can be a queen too. Maybe in the future she can be a queen.
I think we'll have to get our own episode, and we'll have to do some joint stuff together where we're Queens of Honor Dallas. The Queens of Honor Dallas.
Why not? Creo que sí, definitivamente podremos hacer algo con ella en un futuro. ¿Y por qué no hacer Queens of Honor, pero en Dallas?
Of course, that would be amazing, really.
Yeah.
Right. So, Cynthia, tell us.
Okay. Mi pregunta es, George Teague, tienes un programa que se llama Teague Steak. Este es un programa deportivo que se transmite por Facebook Live y YouTube. Platícanos algo de este enfoque del programa.
George, we know you have a show on Facebook Live and YouTube. What is the main focus of the show? What can you tell us about this show?
Yeah, so the name of my show is called Teague's Take. My last name Take, and we do the show primarily on Tuesday nights at 8:00, same our time, Mexico time or Dallas time, and typically it is about the Dallas Cowboys or the Alabama football, but we cover sports in general and hot topics. So we do that on a weekly basis, and we have a lot of Cowboy players who are on there. You probably should come and listen. Your fans should try to find us and listen, because we just had Nate Newton on last week. We've had Tony Casillas on. We've had Darren Woodson on. I mean, it goes, and sometimes we may have women. So 2 weeks from now, I'm going to have a gymnast on. She's one of the best gymnasts that ever came out of the University of Alabama. She has a gold medal. Well, I don't know if she won a gold medal or not, but so it's just sports, and it's about empowerment, and it's about fun. We like to talk food and sports.
Bien, pues el nombre de su programa, que es George Take, es por su otro apellido, su apellido. Y el enfoque principal, bueno, son los Cowboys. Sin embargo, el enfoque también es deportivo. Hablan de los temas que estén más de moda en ese momento en cualquier tipo de deportes. Además de, bueno, ustedes como fans, pues las invito a que lo chequen todos los martes a las 8, que normalmente tienen invitados de los Cowboys. Apenas tuvo Casillas con él, que creo que ustedes van a tener algo así, no sé, no estoy seguro, me estoy diciendo locuras. En 2 semanas, a partir de hoy, va a tener a una gimnasta salida de Alabama. No está seguro si es una medalla de oro, pero bueno, el enfoque principal es un poquito de comida y los deportes principalmente. Entonces, si pueden checar, y fans igual, pues ahí tienen una opción para los martes en la noche, estar viendo el show de George.
And George, you are so happy for Alabama, not? It's I don't know, it's the most big team now in United States. A champion again. No derby, anybody can win. Are the best.
Roll Tide, roll, baby.
Yes.
Alabama, national champions again. 18 national championships. It makes me proud, and we're very, very good. What Nick Saban has done to keep them to be a dynasty is obviously unheard of, and just the pride that I have for the University of Alabama is amazing. I do get to go back and visit there. I'm actually going into the Sports Hall of Fame down there in May, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Wow. Pues comenta que sí, efectivamente Alabama, pues es su alma mater, etcétera. Estoy muy contento por los 18 campeonatos nacionales. El trabajo que Nick Saban hace ahí, pues es increíble como para mantener esa consistencia. De hecho, en mayo él va a estar por allá porque van a introducir al Salón de la Fama de los Deportes en Alabama. Entonces estará visitando por allá pronto.
We will have a little bit problem because I am a Longhorn fan.
I know that, like that.
Oh, George, this is a problem.
Well,
everything goes well.
The problem is that my daughter has to cover the Longhorns now, so she's a writer for the Longhorns football program as well. So I'm getting enough, and I don't need any more from you right now.
But Alabama as well. Okay, I like it. Really like it. Okay. It's nice.
Ya se me están peleando a mí Lau y George, ¿no? Porque Lau es de los Longhorns y bueno, no vamos a entrar en temas de esa polémica, pero
it's nice. It's nice. Okay. Miss Jolie, can tell us your question, please?
Bueno, ya lo que yo tenía en mente, bueno, ya nos los acaba de decir, lo que significa para él la Universidad de Alabama. No sé si alguna de ustedes, compañeras, en este caso Moni, que es quien falta, tenga preguntas sobre Isaac Alarcón. Moni, ¿no tienes preguntas sobre él?
No.
Ok, entonces, si me permiten, gracias mi querida Moni, si me permiten, quiero preguntarle qué expectativas tiene él sobre nuestro jugador mexicano, si le ve futuro dentro del equipo.
Okay, you already answered what she want to ask you. It was all about how you felt for Alabama. You already told us about Alabama. So she wants to ask you about our guy from Mexico. What do you think he will do on the team? Do you think he made a team, first of all?
You know, it is so, and I'll tell her again. You know, I love Alabama football. I bleed it. I play. There's my helmet back there that you can see as well. We're Alabama fans, so that's every week. We're always in the TV. We don't miss it. Okay, so I love it. Now, when you have guys that are out of the country that come to try to play American football, it is very difficult for them. Not saying you can't make it. I'm just saying that it is very, very hard because you can't duplicate the speed and the size and how hard these guys hit. So if you're not training like that, or you're not in a boxing ring or whatever it is to take the physical abuse, it is hard for those guys. And I've had teams from other nations and out of Mexico come to a team that I was on to try to make it, and it was just too fast for them, and then it became too physical, and then your mind starts going, and it gets too much. So I don't like to say that people can't make it, because I think you can if you try, but they better be prepared to know that guy is 300 pounds and he runs a 4.8 and he's angry. If you're in the way, you're going to get hurt. So I hope he does well.
Bien, comenta que bueno, no quiere ser negativo, sin embargo, siempre que un jugador extranjero va y se prueba jugadores en Estados Unidos, le resulta sumamente difícil. ¿Por qué? Porque no tienen la misma preparación física que ellos, no tienen el mismo ritmo de juego que ellos, y normalmente, si no dan al mismo ritmo de entrenamiento y trabajo, les va a ser muy difícil, ya que les van a resultar jugadores de mucho más peso, de mucha más velocidad, y van a estar pasando encima de ellos una y otra vez. Comenta que no quiere él decir no puede hacerlo, porque cualquiera debería poder si se dedica a ello. Entonces cree que lo puede lograr, sin embargo no quiere quitarnos esa expectativa, pero sí se real que le va a ser muy complicado, ya que los jugadores, o tener a un tipo de 300 libras enfrente corriendo las 40 yardas en 4 segundos, punto y algo, y aparte de todo enojado viendo sobre ti, pues debe ser un trabajo bastante complicado de realizar, pero espero que le vaya bien.
So let me say this to add, and you can tell your fans this. I think if maybe the next football game this week, when the championship games are on, try to not listen to what the commentator is saying, because this is a time where you can actually hear what the players are saying. And if you really listen to the pads and what those hits sound like, I think it will give you a different perspective. If you really just listen to the collision, I hear someone's train going on, in the cars and stuff. If you listen to the impact, you can really, really begin to feel like that's not normal. Because until you see a football game, an American football game, from the sideline, right in front of you, and really see how that looks like a car wreck, you really can't. When you're looking at it on TV, it looks good, but when you're 5 feet away and you see how those guys are running to each other, you probably won't want to play, because it's pretty physical.
Quiero agregar un punto acá, y me parece una anotación bastante buena para la audiencia y todos, como para que se entienda mejor lo que nos está diciendo. En los próximos partidos este fin de semana, los juegos de campeonato, que por un momento tratemos de no escuchar a los narradores. si es en televisión menos. No es cierto, que no escuchemos a los narradores y nos enfoquemos en los golpes, en qué tan fuerte es el choque de las hombreras, en qué tan fuerte se llega a escuchar el contacto de los cascos, para que logremos un poquito más entender esta perspectiva que nos da del nivel físico-atlético que traen estos jugadores. Y que después de que lo logremos identificar, nos imaginemos, si eso fue mediante la televisión, imagínense estar a la orilla del campo, checando cómo se dan y cómo se escucha y cómo van con esa velocidad y ese nivel físico-atlético golpeando, para que entendamos un poquito más de este punto que nos quiere hacer ver con la dificultad que tienen los jugadores extranjeros de llegar a la liga.
Yes. Okay. Well, Moni, tell us.
George, sabemos que después de años retirado te dedicaste al coacheo de los jóvenes jugadores de la John Paul II High School y hoy en día sigues haciendo lo mismo o estás haciendo otras actividades y cuáles son.
Years after you retired, you were a head coach on the high school. Nowadays, you're still head coaching. You are doing some other activities. What are you doing nowadays?
Yes, so I am still an athletic director and head football coach at John Paul II High School. I've been there at this particular school this will be my 4th year. We did go to the state championship a couple of years ago. We ended up losing, but we did go. Really turned the program around, and I'm still doing that now. I love it, and I like it because I get to be around the youth and the kids and try to help them be the best that they can be, not just on the field. I mean, how to make decisions out in life, because our kids nowadays, they struggle and we need to help raise them up. So it's my feeling and my belief that the more I can pour into them and help them make the decisions and don't make the mistakes that I made, if I can do that, I feel good at the end of the day, whether or not we win a game or not. But that tends to motivate kids once they know that you love them and that you'll fight for them, and then they'll play for you as well.
Bien, pues él sigue trabajando en esta preparatoria, sigue como director de las actividades atléticas y como head coach ya por su 4º año trabajando acá. Hace 2 años llegaron al campeonato estatal, lo ganaron, pero estuvieron ahí. Después habla de la consistencia de su trabajo, además de que él cuenta que no tanto es el coacheo o el estar pegado al fútbol lo que les está agradando, sino la forma en la que puede intervenir y ayudar en los jóvenes en tomar mejores decisiones. Él, con base en sus errores, pues pretende estarle ayudando a la juventud a que tengan mejores decisiones de vida más allá de las deportivas y formación deportiva. Entonces, mientras él pueda seguir haciendo este tipo de labor, lo seguirá haciendo con mucho gusto.
Okay.
Felicidades, George, por la labor que estás haciendo. Gracias.
Congrats on the job you're doing with those young kids.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I don't know if there be the last commentaries of the people. Maybe you can help us, Arthur, please.
Yeah. Larios M. Vargas, he's asking you about if you think Jerry Jones will call you to get a defensive secondary coach.
Well, I would love to coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I do have a very good relationship with Jerry and Charlotte Anderson, another power lady in the organization. And so we do get to talk to them and be around them a bunch. I actually coached Jerry Jones' grandkid for 3 years, I guess, at another high school. And so they know what my aspirations are. One day, I think I'll have the opportunity to work for them or some other organization. Just at this time, my calling has been to be as a high school coach and not as a professional coach.
Definitivamente cuenta que le encantaría ser coach en los Cowboys y que sin duda cree que puede que sea es una posibilidad, que en el pasado ha coachado alguno de los menores de Mila Jones en otra preparatoria, que lo coachó por 3 años. y que a la fecha sigue teniendo contacto con ellos, entonces cree que podría en algún momento ocurrir que si se acercan a él, él aceptaría ser coach con los Cowboys.
George for the coach. George for the coach.
Yeah, baby. Let them know.
Okay. Now we got the jingle, so we work for that. I don't know. Maybe we send a WhatsApp to Jerry Jones.
Here's another one for Neil. I don't know if you can see it, George. What do you think about Mexican fans? Have you ever watched the games that happen on our city?
Yes, so I actually played a game in Mexico City when I came to I think it was with the Cowboys, I think, and we played one time in Mexico, a football game, one of the preseason games. And I visited Mexico several times. So actually we love the country. We love the people. We love it all about it. We're just talking about my daughter's like, we need to go, make another trip down there. I think you guys, your fans are obnoxious, you're fun, you're serious, but you're dedicated. And I know that's why you're, like the Dallas Cowboys, because they're all the same things, serious about their sport and the game and the love for it. Right. And so when we played the game down there, it was different because the stadium was huge. I mean, it was seated 100, it was a soccer stadium. Soccer stadium. And it had, I don't know, over 100,000 seats in it, and they were all blowing the little thing. I forgot what they're called, the little soccer thing that you guys blow during all the games. So it was a very different feel, and it was very weird because the most exciting time was on the field goals and the kickoffs, and anytime we were kicking the ball, everybody got really, really loud doing those time. So it was a great time, and I love it. I love your country, and we like to visit. And you guys have really, really good tequila. So someone send me some tequila.
Okay, we will, George. Nos comenta que definitivamente le encanta la cultura mexicana, le encanta nuestro país. Él tuvo la oportunidad de jugar un partido de pretemporada por acá. E independientemente de ese partido, ellos hacen visitas seguido como jugadores, y comenta que cuando tienen contacto con otros les dicen, hey, tienes que ir a México y conocer. Como fans, nos respeta demasiado por lo apasionados que somos, lo ruidosos que somos, lo locos que nos ponemos, pero sobre todo lo dedicados que somos. Comenta que él entiende perfecto que pues sean fans de los Cowboys por tanto tiempo y que estén aquí, ¿no? En este tipo de cuestiones. El partido en concreto para ellos fue una experiencia muy diferente porque al estar en un estadio tan grande que normalmente es para partidos de soccer, de fútbol, pues la vibra es distinta, una y dos. Comenta que lo más gracioso era que la gente en aquel partido estaba sonando trompetas, cornetas, que es lo que nosotros hacemos en los partidos, y que lo más gracioso era que ocurría, y el mayor ruido ocurría cuando había una patada de punto extra o de field goal o cuando hacían un kickoff. Entonces, comenta que era súper gracioso tener ese ambiente de mucho ruido cuando pateaban el balón.
We hope one day you can come to Mexico, George. I don't know when everything ended, the pandemic ended, and all of that stuff. One day, George Teague come to Mexico. No, that will be very great. Really great.
We'll bring the whole family.
George, you already have a fan who is telling you he's from Guadalajara, and on that state we make tequila. So he's inviting you to get some tequila.
Yes.
I will be there. I just need to know where to get it from and which ones are the best ones, because I do have a bottle over here from Mexico. I got 2 bottles from Mexico the last time I was down. I'll show you guys which ones I have. We picked them up. I think we picked it up while we were on a cruise, going through there, but we always bring back. My wife loves tequila, man, so I gotta.
You gotta have bottles over there. Comenta Gustavo que sí, que definitivamente le avisemos cómo puede funcionar esto para cuando venga y él tenga un poco de tequila. A su mujer le encanta el tequila, así es que debe tener botellas por ahí. Siempre que hace viajes lleva un par de botellas para tener ahí.
George, someone asked if your products, your signs and jerseys and all of that, you can send to Mexico. That there be that chance?
Yes. So if you go to my website, you can buy them there too, and we will ship anywhere to Mexico that can be framed or maybe not framed pictures. It's georgeteague.com. I can also be reached through there, so you can go and find the memorabilia and you can buy product there. But that's also a way to reach out and actually contact me if there's something or some kind of question or something that you need that maybe I can respond back to. That's the best way to do it. Unless you find me on social media at Teague Football on Twitter, Instagram, and George Teague on Facebook. So yes, we will send them there. If you guys want them, just reach out to me and we'll ship them on over to you.
La pregunta concreta era si podría mandar algunos de sus productos, etcétera, firmados y demás. Comenta que sí, que entrando a su website, ahí pueden hacer la compra de productos e incluso tal vez hacer algún tipo de preguntas. Él podrá contestar por ahí o si lo encuentran en sus redes sociales, Teague Football en Twitter y en Instagram. En Facebook está como George Teague, tal cual. Entonces comenta que ese es el medio de contacto y sí, sin duda puede hacer envíos de lo que gusten adquirir.
Okay, we have some words from our president of the club. He wants to tell you something. He wants to give the thanks for being here this night with all of the fans around the club. And of course, we have really, really appreciate the disposition that you have for talk with all of us this night, because it's really amazing, magical. I don't know. I don't have the exactly word for find and for describe all of this, no? But really, really thanks, George, for these minutes. This hour was really amazing.
Well,
unas palabras del presidente del club que, bueno, está súper agradecido y en general, Lau, etcétera. Todos creo que estamos con ese mismo feeling de que fue una hora maravillosa, una hora mágica, algo inexplicable. No encontramos palabras para poder decir este feeling, ¿no? De poder compartir con alguien de su talla.
Claro.
So thank you very much. And because this was an honor for me as well, what I will do is, and you guys will have to figure it out. One of your fans, you have to figure out how to get it. But I will donate to you guys a George Teague signed mini Dallas Cowboy helmet. We'll work out the specifics on how to get that. You give it to one of your fans. It's not. You gotta get
it's
it.
It's really. I'm not dreaming. Oh my God.
We'll work out how to get it to you guys. I'll just have to know how to mail it or whatever. I'll sign it. Just DM me later, and then I'll get it to you guys later on. Okay.
Wow. Fans, agárrense. Voy a tratar de meterle la emoción necesaria a esta traducción. Por el honor que él tuvo de estar acá y por lo contento que estuvo, va a firmar un mini jersey, un mini casco de los Cowboys. Va a buscar la forma de enviarlo. Y Lau va a tener, o ustedes chicas van a tener que encargarse de la dinámica para rifarlo y que algún fan se lleve ese casco firmado.
Don't worry, George. I will take it with all of care. Don't worry. On the top of my bed, maybe I will have there.
Yeah.
I will negotiate with the fans, maybe. Of course, we'll send it for the fans, of course. Okay, many words, final words that you want to say, girls. I don't know. We can start with Chris, maybe.
Chicas, encuentren palabras para cerrar esto rápidamente. Chris, empezamos contigo.
George, muchas gracias por haber estado con nosotros. Esperemos que no sea la primera vez, que vengan muchas más y ojalá sea también para aquella en la entrante temporada y podamos hablar del equipo.
It was amazing to have you here, and we hope we can have you here again, maybe next season, and talk about what the team gets for next season.
Why do we have to wait the next season? I got to wait that long to come back on again? Come on, I want to come on before.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué tengo que esperar hasta la siguiente temporada? No me hagan eso, podemos hablar antes.
También.
Next week we will have Tony Casillas. So I don't know. We can make a mix, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, tell Tony I said hello. He's a very good friend of mine, and
Okay.
he does a lot of great things. So that'll be fun. He's really, really good. He's good.
Okay.
Comenta
We
que-
plan it.
comenta
So.
que Tony es su amigo, que le mandemos saludar a Tony de parte de él y que bueno, que sabe que va a ser un programa divertido.
Okay.
Andrea.
George, bueno, pues agradecerle y de verdad decirle que fue un honor tenerlo aquí, que, o sea, estoy emocionadísima como todos los fans, que de verdad estoy feliz de que haya estado con nosotras y que no sea la primera vez. Toda mi admiración y respeto.
It was a great honor for me to be here listening at you. As every fan, I'm so excited to have you here. I hope it gets over and over again, repeated, and I appreciate it and I admire you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cynthia.
George, muchas gracias por la oportunidad de conocerte un poco más y de interactuar. Gracias, tienes un lugar en mi corazón.
George, thank you so much for interaction and let us know you a little bit better. You have a great place on my heart.
Thank you.
George, the people start to talk about how can win the helmet. So they start to fight now. Yeah. How can win the jersey and the helmet? So
Salvador ya está superpuesto.
Maybe we'll think of some kind of way to win it. Let's just talk after the show, and we'll figure out some kind of way that we can have someone win it on one of your follow-up shows. That'll be good.
Amigos, calma. Ahorita vamos a ver cómo lo vamos a rifar. Pero de que lo vamos a dar, lo vamos a dar. Se los juro que no me lo voy a quedar. ¿Ok? Se los juro. Ok. Hola, Mrs. Shirley, please.
Yo, de verdad que un gran jugador, indiscutible, pero mucho mejor ser humano. Ha sido un placer que estuvieras aquí con nosotros y como todas mis compañeras dicen, perdón, que no sea la primera vez. Gracias de verdad.
George, there's no doubt you were a great player, but you are a great human being. It's a great honor to have you here, and like my teammate said, we hope we can have you with us more times.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And I really do look forward to doing this again in the future. And I do mean that. I'm not just saying that. So, when the time is right, if you guys need the space, make sure you just give me a call and we'll see if we can make it work. And if I'm ever in Mexico, I will be looking you guys up so that you guys can take me to the best food places and the best place to drink tequila. All right?
Yeah.
It's a promise, George. It's a promise.
Comenta que, pues bueno, está muy agradecido y cuando dice que quiere volver a estar acá, lo dice de verdad, no nada más por el compromiso de sus palabras, sino que espera que pueda pasar y que cuando visite México quiere buscarlas para que lo lleven a los mejores lugares de comida y los mejores lugares donde pueda beber tequila.
Que cuente con ello.
You got this, George.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Mónica.
George, es un honor el haberte tenido aquí, el poder platicar con una celebridad como eres tú. Gracias por darnos este gusto a todo este grupo de chicas y a Arturo, que es nuestro traductor. Y la verdad, estamos muy felices, muy contentas de estar contigo. Gracias.
A great honor to have a celebrity like you with us, talking with us, sharing with us. We are so happy, so glad to have you here and with the whole crew of girls and me as translator. And we thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
George, so this is the end.
Oh,
It's so sad. Everything finished.
Yeah.
But in the name of the president of the club and all the people who stay with us this night, sharing with you this marvelous night, really thanks. And of course, we hope you really soon stay here again. I don't know, for talk many minutes. So thank you, George.
Okay, thank you guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I really do appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Nos agradece bastante y espera que realmente podamos hablar pronto. Nos agradece, equipo. Fans, pues listo, ya acabó el show. Lau le comenta que ojalá sí se pueda dar pronto y that was it.
Ok, amigos, pues muchísimas gracias por haber estado el día de hoy con nosotras. De verdad la pasamos genial. Ya saben, muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Ojalá puedan compartir este en vivo y, por supuesto, pues darnos like y ya saben, ¿no? Seguirnos también en las redes sociales. Gracias a George, gracias a los fans, gracias Queens, gracias a Arturo. Esto ha sido todo por hoy. Nos vemos el próximo martes porque va a estar Tony Casillas. Así que ya saben, nos vemos en la próxima. Muchísimas gracias.